Hello to those of you that are joining. Welcome to the stream. A couple of minutes late today, but please excuse my tardiness. We are getting ready to get started. I do have a special guest this evening, and I hope that you will stick around. It's an excellent time to like, share, comment, tag persons in the comments that you think may be interested in our discussion this evening. So I'm just going to also share the stream, and I encourage you to do the same. We'll be getting started shortly. Good evening to those that are joining. We're getting ready to get started shortly. We are going to have a special guest this evening. We have Christal Woodside with us, and Christal is going to be talking to us about how to nail diabetic foot care. All right, so if this is a subject that you are interested in learning more about, maybe you have a friend or a family member that is diabetic, if you yourself are not diabetic, and you could benefit from this discussion. If you know someone that is diabetic, then please do tag them in the comments so that they can benefit from this information this evening. Let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and get the topic up over here on Facebook and Facebook Land, just waiting for Instagram to catch up. Hello to those that are joining over here on Instagram. Good evening, Rain. Good evening, Kara. Good evening, 8310 God's Gift. Good evening. We are getting ready to begin. All right. So, for those of you that may not be familiar with me, I am Dr. Felicia, physiotherapist and certified health coach. Okay. I am the proprietor of Adderley Physiotherapy over on Mackey Street. My practice is located in the former Meldon Mall, currently known as the Mackey Street Plaza. So there I have been the proprietor for these past 6 years now. It's officially 6 years. So I celebrated 6 years as a company anniversary on Monday past. So my anniversary always falls on July 4th, which is the U.S. independence. Okay. So since it was not a holiday here, I went to work as per usual. And it was good. It kind of felt like old times. I enjoyed it. It was almost like things were getting back to normal, right? So hello to those that are joining into the stream. All right, so let's see. I have been a physiotherapist for 9 years, going on 10. Also, now a certified health coach, and this enables me to help so many more women. So many more women. Okay. Of course, I have helped hundreds of patients over the years reach their physiotherapy goals. But as a certified health coach, I hope to help thousands more. Okay. So, what I do is I help women that are open to change create true freedom in their lives through better eating and movement habits. Okay. So that they can enjoy fuller lives and be around longer for their families. So, we want to have less lifestyle diseases in our lives. And this is basically what we're here to talk about tonight is a lifestyle disease. So, we're here to talk a little bit about diabetes. Y'all know I was joking that June was practically diabetes month on our social channels because it was like every week was like diabetes something, diabetes diet. This week is diabetic foot care. And then last week it was the diabetes revolution, right? Pardon me, the glucose revolution, right? So it's been an interesting last month, okay, with the topics, and of course I hope that you have been enjoying everything here on these social outlets. Okay, so right now we are on Instagram, we are on YouTube, we are on Facebook. Okay. And for those of you that already do not do so, then please go ahead and subscribe to YouTube at I am Dr. Felicia. Go ahead and follow on Instagram at I am Dr. Felicia, and go ahead and like on Facebook where I'm still Adley Physiotherapy. Okay, that one is an outlier. All right, so let's go ahead and bring in our guest for this evening. That's enough about me. Let's bring in our guest, Christal Woodside. And I do want to just mention that anything that we do discuss in this broadcast this evening is not meant to be taken as medical advice. We don't know the specifics of anybody's case. We're just going to give you some general information this evening. And please do be sure that before you make any changes to your eating, exercise regimen, or even the regimen through which you care for your feet, then please do consult your primary care physician. All right, I'm going to go ahead and bring Christal in. Hi, Christal. I'm going to
Hi,
bring you
Dr.
in. I'm trying to put you into Instagram also. So Christal is a
Okay.
trooper. It said your request went away.
Okay.
Okay, it's back.
Okay.
So you should be popping up in a second on Instagram. And I'm just going to make sure that my volume is all the way down on Instagram so we're not getting that crazy feedback.
Feedback, yeah.
Okay, I see you on Instagram. All right.
Make sure that's down too. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, good.
Okay, so everyone, this is Christal Woodside, my special guest for this evening. So let me tell you all a little bit about Christal, okay? So you can see Christal is over there with rocking her Bahamian ribbon, okay? Bahamian independence is coming up. Yes. So, Crystal, in case you didn't get the idea, she's a proud Bahamian born and raised on the island of New Providence. Crystal has professionally trained to become a doctor of nail technology with 17 years of expertise and industry know how. In 2009, recognizing that busy individuals, stay at home moms, guests, both international and local, required specialized services, Crystal proudly established Royal Wellness and Day Spa. Okay. Crystal's passion and dedication drives her to continue to excel in her industry, actively engaging memberships and affiliations with the Bahamian Cosmetologists and Barber Association and a team of medical professionals. So Crystal is social. Crystal is a devoted family woman and proud mother to one handsome son. All right. So y'all, this is Crystal Woodside, okay? Not a son of the soil. We have to find something to say. A woman, we need something like for women, a son of the soil, a daughter of a daughter of
Well, I
something. We got to find a good one. A good one
well,
that's
I
like
always go by daughter of the king, so that's
a
always what
daughter
I
of the
stick
king.
by.
You
Yeah.
can't miss it with that one. That one's
Okay.
always a great, 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 great one. Okay, I think we just pause. We're paused for a second here on Instagram. So Instagram land, bear with me, okay? Instagram be like in and out, iffy. So let's
Yeah.
hope that this bounce is back. Looks like
Yeah.
it's starting to come back. There you are. Okay.
Hi.
So, our topic this evening, everyone, is how to nail diabetic foot care. Okay. So, I just want to like talk a little bit more with Crystal about Crystal so we can know who Crystal is. We know that we love to have our special guests on the show, and we always like to learn a little bit about them. They're always such interesting people. So, Crystal, tell us a little bit more about what you do. Exactly what is it that you do? What makes you different and sets you apart from the run of the mill or average, for lack of a better term, nail technician or massage therapist? Tell us more.
Well, thank you for having me on, Dr. Adelaide, and hello to all of those who are viewing and watching here locally and internationally. But a little bit more about myself and my profession. I advanced in my profession, and I'm still advancing actually, into more of the medical stream to nail technology. I was happy about almost 10 years ago, actually, when I discovered a course that is being offered to nail technicians who want to take their career a little bit further and to be able to help and assist individuals that would normally come into our establishment or that we would see mostly on a day-to-day basis with various abnormalities of their nails and health in general. So, even though we're not medical professionals, we are trained to recognize, and with that, we are able to then refer to the right individuals. Say, for instance, someone like yourself, because I am a certified and trained massage therapist as well. And I wanted to advance a little bit more in that to be able to assist and help my clients. Many times within massage therapy, you would find persons are retaining a lot of fluid, and as well as individuals who may be experiencing various health conditions and who may be going through various stages of cancer. They would also need more of a care rather than just you just massage me and I feel a little bit more relaxed. But no, you're attending to a specific need that they actually have. And I'm just so grateful to be able to advance in my career, to link up with individuals like yourself, and to be able to network, to take this health and wellness journey
Mm.
globally. It does not just stop here because there's so much that the Bahamas can even have to offer when it comes to our agriculture, when it comes to our marine life, you know, to help and assist persons locally here in the Bahamas, but internationally as well.
Excellent, excellent. I love that you're thinking globally, internationally, and not just like limiting yourself to just here. Because I believe you even mentioned that, and this was not on the stream as yet, just how you're also dealing with like the family islands and things like that. So that is just like so nice to see. All right. So I really do applaud you for that, for, like really, and also for wanting to go further because anybody could just stop. Anybody has the right to just stop wherever they are. Okay?
Mhm.
It's easier to just stop wherever you are and just park and just be like, "Hey, this is me. This is what I do. I am not hurting my head about anything else." But kudos to you for wanting to go the extra mile in your career. So that is really
Thank
wonderful
you.
to see. You're welcome.
Well, kudos
So,
to my clients and all of the
mhm,
persons who have passed through these lovely hands for
mhm,
over 17 plus years. It's only because of them and the
mm.
need of them that I'm able to push and press to go forward.
Yes, this is definitely a time in history for push and press, if there has ever been one. And we do have an interest. We love to talk business on this channel as well. So
Yeah.
we end up with a lot of entrepreneurs on. I don't know if it's just like kind of like a gravitational pull, but we end up with talking with a lot of entrepreneurs. So how do you feel that, if in any way your business has changed since the pandemic and since inflation and since the talk of recession and all of this stuff that's going on, the war in the Ukraine, the rising
Yes.
gas prices because you're mobile. Okay, what are the changes, if any, that you could say that you've seen in your business and even in your wider
The
industry?
industry, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I must say, with the pandemic and what we're going through currently globally, it has brought about a change. And personally, myself, I had to pivot when the industry would have been closed for those 6+ months, I think, because it was open and then they closed down again. I had to pivot. And being respect for my position and where I lie in the Cosmetology Association, the Damon Cosmetologists and Barbers Association, I wanted to make sure that I'm securing myself, securing my reputation. And with doing that, I then realized I needed to pivot in the area that I know I eventually had to go. So I petitioned to a position that I know, and I said, hey, I think it's time we take this idea and move it to the next level. We
Mm-hmm.
take this idea and we move it to the next level. And he said, Crystal, no problem, come on board and speak with administration. And they took care of everything and they made sure that the patients that was able to be seen there for various nail care and foot care conditions, they were able to be serviced. So I was very happy with the move that I had to pivot to. It was a loss for my clients in a sense, but I am grateful to them that they still waited on me, still respecting what I believed in, and that our government imposed on us. It was not by choice, but
Right.
it was imposed on us. So I am grateful for that. What I do love that I saw within the industry itself is that when the industry opened back up, there were a lot of individuals that went mobile. So they
Mm-hmm.
cut off the overhead cost of being in a brick and mortar establishment and they choose to take their business on wheels.
Mm.
And Royal Wellness and Day Spa has been set up in that concept from inception, from since 2009. And I had individuals asking me over the many years, aren't you scared? How is that working? Isn't that tedious? You sure you're able to handle that for a very long time? And this is all I know, honestly.
Mm.
This is all I know. I've had a location before, but being mobile, being that intimate space with a client, caring to their needs, you become a little bit more like family.
Mm.
So, yeah, the majority of my clients, they are indeed family to me. And with the recession and inflation, we know if you said that bread costs $2 or $3 today, and tomorrow you go in the store and the bread costs $5, of course, we all go throw up that hand.
Mm-hmm.
No, no, no. But
Mm-hmm.
yes, unfortunately, there had to be a price increase in order to, try to alleviate some of the costs because even being mobile, there is also a cost to it.
Right.
What used to cost $40 at the end of the week to fill up for gas is now costing more. What used to
Mm-hmm.
cost for products, I just had a previous client called me who has an establishment. She was like, okay, tell me a little bit more of this nitrile gloves that I'm hearing more about. And I said to her, gloves used to cost me this X amount before the pandemic is now costing me double because for myself, I don't just purchase singly, I purchase in bulks. And
Mm-hmm.
that's what I recommend to other people. If you're going to purchase items, it'll be best for you to purchase in bulks because even though we're
Wise.
going through inflation, you still save in the long run. Even if
Mm-hmm.
it's just 50 cents, that 50 cents at the end of the year, that pays off. Because if you're
Mm-hmm.
purchasing on a monthly basis and you purchase them in bulks, 50 times 12, 0.5 times 12 is how much?
Mm-hmm.
So that's an additional funds that you can
Six.
have to
Mm-hmm.
spend towards education, that you could
Mm-hmm.
have to spend towards possibly getting an additional supply or equipment with on that line. But we all know that inflation is going to up. We all know that the cost of living is going to go up. But it's just to be able to have strategic plans in place The pandemic
So
has taught a
true.
lot of persons that you need to plan for an emergency fund. No, if not, answer buts above it. You need
Right.
to be sure that that bank account is sitting well, that you can survive at least 6 months to a year. And with this pandemic, it's probably more than that now.
Correct. We're to 2.5 years.
Yeah.
And I don't know that everyone, I doubt that everyone is back to work.
No.
So, and then, even when they get back, it's like, okay, you have to now catch up.
With bills,
You have
yes.
to catch up.
Yes, you
So
have to catch up on those bills.
it's not an instant like, okay, life is gravy. It's kind of like you gotta like pull yourself back from the brink. Gotta pull yourself up to level and then start to move back up above
Mhm.
the ground level again. So it's a lot. I mean, I would say that this time definitely takes resilience from a lot of persons. And again, like kudos to any business owner that is like still going.
Yes.
If
Yes.
you're still going in this, like, because it's not easy.
And
Okay.
pivoting could mean so much, because a lot of persons, what they started to do is then started to get into product development. They took the
Mm-hmm.
downtime to now get into product development, and now they have
Mm-hmm.
their products out there. So that's
Mm-hmm.
now bringing in an additional revenue, additional stream that was not present before. So that
Right.
is how you even off all of this global
Right.
crisis.
Have to kind of expand, right?
Yeah.
Yes. All right. Awesome. Awesome. So let's see. Let's see. What is the specialty that you focus on and why?
The specialty that I focus on with nail care and nail technology is that of foot health and foot care. So I am considered now, or I've been labeled as the foot hygienist, because if you think of hygienist, what does an hygienist do? They
Clean.
clean, all right? So
You're
no,
clean.
I'm not a surgeon. I'm not saying that I'm cutting any. No, that is not in my scope of practice. You place a pair of foot in front of me, I am going to do just that. I am going to clean from the nail straight down to the sole of the feet. I'm going to check for your skin. I'm going to see if everything is intact. If you have various fissures or cracks, I'm going to recommend. If there are anything out of the scope of my practice, then I then refer on to the podiatrist. And I work hand in hand with two of the podiatrists, one of them being the top podiatrist here in this country, that is making sure at the end of the day, they fix feet.
Awesome. Awesome. That's a good tagline right there.
Yeah.
Okay. So, how is it then that you help people with diabetes specifically manage their feet? I know you said you're cleaning from the toes to the soles, right?
Yes.
So, exactly how is it that you do that? How do you help them manage? Like, literally, say you have a client that comes, you already know they have a history of diabetes. How is it that you help them manage?
With an individual that has diabetes, whether it may be type 1 or type 2, depending on their level and if it's maintained, we go through all of that with you. So we don't just have for you to put your foot up, we then go through a whole consultation with you. We ask you how is your day to day, how is your lifestyle, how is your eating habits. And with that, we can best analyze and then best recommend a care plan for you. So there are various packages that we are able to offer to you to ensure that you not only have a one-time visit, but you have a routine. Caring for the feet for a diabetic is a routine. It is just like as if you get up in the morning and you know you have to brush your teeth every day. Every month, you need to see an individual like myself or your podiatrist to make sure that your toenails are trimmed. For an individual that has diabetes, the most important thing when making sure that they keep their toenails trimmed is because with that individual, they may be experiencing a loss of sensation, which for those is neuropathy. So with that, if they hit a toenail, if they may have stepped on a broken glass, didn't know. I had an individual come into me before, and unknowing to them, they had a small little splinter of glass in their foot. If they did not have a continuous routine, that could have probably turned into something very serious.
Mm-hmm.
So
An infection. Mm.
making sure that you, yes, an infection, making sure that you inspect your feet every day is something that we always tell our persons to do, whether you be a diabetic or not. Inspecting your feet every day is very important. Making sure that you, even when you have these cares, that you also follow your at-home routine,
Right.
because not just having a service is going to fix everything. No, we need to make sure that when you're at home, if it's just to have the care for your soles of your feet, because they're possibly dry, they're cracked, they're peeling, you may have a nail infection, a fungal infection. We take care of all of that. I've recently had someone send over a photo, um, wanting to know what can be done about their nails. And I said, no problem at all. Just book a consultation with us and let's see how that we can start this process with you with having healthy nails for the summer. It's summertime. Everybody wants to show off their feet. So taking care of your feet, especially if you're a diabetic, is very, very, very important.
All right. Excellent. Excellent. I'm glad that you mentioned the importance of having that at home routine. Once a month is not enough. Okay.
No.
Something needs to be done every day. There needs to be some continuous care. You could call it self care.
Self-care,
All
yeah.
right. All right. Excellent. Excellent. So, like, okay, you mentioned that someone sent you like this picture, like, hey, what can we do with this? What's the craziest thing you've actually ever seen in your 17 years?
I can't say that because it's like every time you think you've seen something, there's something that presents itself. Be like, how did this even happen? You know?
Wow. Yeah.
But I think one of my recent cases so far was just me doing a regular routine trimming. However, this particular individual did not come back in until 4 months later, I think. So the individual does not only just has diabetes, but they're on dialysis as well.
Mm,
And me just trimming the toenails, I noticed that the toe itself, which would have been like the third digit, the toe itself looked a little off. The color was a little off. And trim, the nail just went
came
back
off.
towards me. Like, what's happening? What's going on? And I pressed, and when I pressed, what came up. So
Mm.
that in itself was an infection that started, and we was like, nope, you can't go nowhere right now. You need to see the doctor.
Oh, but see, that's very good. That recognizing, and you hit on that point earlier, just knowing how to recognize, hey, when something is like outside of your scope,
Hmm.
when it needs to move on to like a different person, a different level, a different healthcare professional. It's kind of like, sometimes you have to know, like, basically, like, what is your lane, and
Yes,
you have to know, like, for the safety and for the best interest of the patient.
of
Like,
the
you have to
patient.
know when it's
Yes,
time to like call in the big guns, or
yes.
like this isn't for me to deal with. Because people
Mhm.
will sometimes, because they trust you, they will come to you with
Mhm.
everything,
That is
right?
so true.
Mm-hmm.
That is very true. I must say that
Mm-hmm.
is very true because I had someone that contacted me and they just contacted me about their toenail. Like everyone contacts me about their toenails now. She contacted me about her toenail and she was like, "Oh, also I have this thing on the top of my foot I want you to take a look at." I was like, "Thing on the top of your foot?" Like, okay. No problem. Came in, I saw it, and I was like, "Oh my gosh. Okay, I know what's going on here."
Mm-hmm.
But I knew what's going on. However, I then in turn called the doctor over, made for you to see a patient of mine.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And he was able to explain everything. She said to me, "Well, thank you very much." I said, "You're welcome." However, I know what was going on, but I
Right.
wanted the doctor to tell you because you know how we go once there's not a professional written from the council DR in the front of your name. It's like,
Mm.
I'm not listening to you. But
Well,
I understand. Yeah, yeah. For our profession, we see a lot.
mm-hmm.
We see it a lot. But I was happy with that. And I was able to tell her with the type of footwear that you're wearing, that is the reason why you have this on top of your foot. So we
Mm-hmm.
need to change footwear. We need to start a whole routine, making sure you're taking care of your feet a little bit more properly because you're a cook. You're a cook and you're in the type of
Mm.
environment where it's always hot, you're always up on your feet. You need to ensure that you are in some comfortable footwear.
Correct. So,
Mhm.
so important. So, so important. All right. Excellent. Excellent. So, like, what's your average day like, if there is such a thing?
The average day. Whew. The average day, let's start with personal life. The average day is me waking up between 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, starting my day. Starting my day. Out of the house by 7:30 if I can get along with a nice morning routine with my son. Um, because he is his own man. He moves when he wants to move. And sometimes, as a mother, that just drives me up the wall. But move on with that. I'm out on the road. I'm out on the road, and I'm seeing clients and patients starting from 9 o'clock in the morning, typically, and I'm running straight for the rest of the day.
Wow.
I'm running straight for the rest of today. Breaking around 2:30, school pickup, drop off, settle off, I'm back on the road again. And at times it is a wear and tear. I won't tell you no lie. Excuse my sweating.
Wow.
The area where I am is really hot. But I had to be here in order for this to happen.
Well, we know. We
But
forgive you for that. We know we're in. We know where we are.
yeah, in a serious traffic. But that is really the course of my day. Like I just finished with a client at 6 o'clock, got something to eat on the road, came here, tried to get settled down, and now I'm here presenting with you guys, and it's just an honor to be here with you
Oh,
guys. It is. It is.
we're pleased to have you here as one of our guests. We're so so pleased to have you. Thank you for taking the time out to do it. It's clearly you're very busy. And so how do you actually take care of yourself then while you're living life on the run?
Once you prepare yourself, um, once you have your date planned out as best as you can, we all know things happen and life happens. I even have a little
Mm-hmm.
discussion on IG just talking about life. Life happens. And to just understand where you are in that moment and just to change the atmosphere, change the mood, and just be grateful, you know? But
Mm-hmm.
it's a challenge. It's a challenge because not every day is going to be the same. There I think that was yesterday. Yesterday, I didn't come home until maybe about 11 o'clock. Yeah, maybe about 11 o'clock. And that is because I had to get a break in between. I had to deal with a matter with my son and then drop him home, get something prepared for him. And then I was back on the road again to actually finish with the client because I had to stop. And I was so grateful to that client to allow me because some persons, they have their lifestyle as well. You know, they have a routine that
Mm-hmm.
they want to stick to.
Right.
But not every day is going to be the same, but I do try my best to prepare. I was lacking for a while with making sure keeping my water handy inside of my vehicle. I said, no, gotta do this. We are in summer and the sun is no joke right now. It's
No,
no,
it's not.
yeah,
Not at all.
it's like I have to keep myself hydrated. I have to keep my snacks inside my vehicle. Literally, my vehicle is my office. Literally, it's my office. Everything is inside there. Everything that you could
Mm-hmm.
possibly think of,
Everything
except
you
for a
could
bed.
need,
Yeah,
everything you could
except for a
possibly
bed
need.
is inside there. Yeah,
Well, you lay the seats back far enough. You
I
just
know, right? Trust me,
pretty
I've done it
close.
before. I've
Sometimes,
done it
sometimes
before.
it's like that.
I've
Sometimes
done
it's
it
like
before.
that.
I had a client even came outside to me, knock on the window, wake me up one time.
Oh
Like I
my
saw you
goodness.
park out here for a while. You okay?
Listen, and sometimes they're like so anxious, like for you to come in and like
To
so
come
they can
in,
get that
yeah, to
service.
start the service, yeah. And I looked at him, I
I
said,
remember those
it's not
days.
even 6 o'clock yet.
Oh, I remember those days. Like if you pull up, it's time to start, hon. That's how they're
Yeah,
looking at it.
yeah.
If you're here, you're here.
It's
I'm
time to
ready.
go.
Yeah, you're here. I'm ready. Let's do this.
Yes.
So, yes, they're just so excited for their service and to see you a lot of the time. So, as
Indeed.
it's social for a lot of them as well. So, you
Yes,
know,
it is. It is.
mm-hmm.
It is therapeutic for
Right,
many
in
as
many ways.
well.
In many
Yeah,
ways.
it's
In so
therapeutic for
many
many
ways.
as well. But also, I'm gearing into for massage therapy and offering a lymphatic massage
Mm-hmm.
that is ideal for persons who have been through surgery already, and persons are bloated in various areas, or they may be going through various treatments. There is that I'm offering as well for individuals. So
All right.
I'm excited.
Continuing to
Yeah,
expand. It's a very good
continuing to
area.
expand.
Continuing to expand. As of course, that's kind of how Crystal and I kind of have that in common. So
Yeah.
that's one of my areas of specialty also as a certified lymphedema therapist. So
And I taking the
very good area.
course. Yes, taking the course, it opened up my eyes because I did
Mm-hmm.
it in massage therapy. However, we did not go deep into lymphatic massages. And taking the course opened my eyes to a lot of things that we go through
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of health problems that we see here in the Bahamas. And
Mm-hmm.
it's just as simple as just flushing out those limbs.
Mm-hmm. Good for a lot of different diagnoses.
Yeah.
I think it's something that a lot of people sleep on here and don't really
Hmm.
recognize a lot of the real benefits of it.
Yes.
So, takes continuous education, but that's why we have forums such as these where we come and we highlight persons such as yourself. And of course, I'm here every week bringing that info,
Hmm.
bringing that information to the public because there's just so much that people are unaware of.
Unaware of, yes.
Mm-hmm. All right, so if anybody has any questions for Crystals, go ahead and drop them in the comment section at this time because we are getting ready to wrap up. We are getting ready to wrap. Crystal, in the meantime, can you tell persons where they can find you online?
You guys can definitely find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and it's Royal Wellness and Day Spa. The Royal is spelled ROY-ALL. Royal Wellness and Day Spa. If you feel like giving me, sending a message or giving us a call, the number is 242-357-3424. Again, the number is 242-357-3424.
All right. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, we're just going to give it about another minute before we get ready to pop off. In the meantime, I'll catch you up on a few of the happenings at Adley Physiotherapy. So, yes, just celebrated the 6th anniversary. So, continuing to push forward as per usual. You can see that we have a lot going on. We're still
Yes.
in the midst of our 21-day challenge, the Summer Snapback Challenge, which is going pretty well. So it's about the third challenge that I've run, and they just keep getting better. I don't know when the next one will be, but if you miss this one, folks, make sure that you jump in the next one. Okay, and it's basically for anyone that wants to get a boost, that wants to move along in their health and wellness journey. Okay. Basically, it's a group of like minded women. So we're having a pretty good time. We have our private Facebook community that we're in, and, I'm dropping information in there on the daily for those ladies. Okay. So if you notice that I've been a little less active on Instagram, that is why. Okay. They're getting a lot of my energy there in that Facebook group. So they're also getting their own private, like, live streams, group Zoom calls, all of that good stuff. Let's see. Concierge physiotherapy service is still available for those that should require it. We do have a few openings on the schedule for anybody that needs home PT service for themselves or for a loved one that would have difficulty in getting out to the PT clinic. Go ahead and just DM me, and you can get more information on that and see if you can get on the schedule at your earliest at the earliest convenience. Okay. Let's see. If you have not done so, like, follow, share, subscribe. I'm on pretty much every social outlet. Okay. So you can find me everywhere, whatever is your favorite social media outlet. Look me up on that one. I am at I am Dr. Felicia on most of those platforms: Clubhouse, YouTube, TikTok, let's see, Instagram. I am also on LinkedIn as me, Dr. Felicia. I'm literally everywhere. I'm everywhere. Twitter
Talk,
at I am Dr. Felicia. Yeah.
you need to give me some advice on how to manage all of these accounts because it's a
As soon as I
load.
figure it out. As soon as I figure it out, you heard me
It's a
just say
load. Like
I'm missing from Instagram, which is not normal. Okay. So I gotta like get back on it. But I don't know, like for me, it's more of like a pacing. It's a rhythm. You get into a rhythm with it, and you kind of pick one that's really your jam at first, and you try to do that really well, and then you can let it snowball from there. But yeah, I got a couple of things I could I could tell you can learn from, even some of the mistakes that I have made, because everybody makes mistakes, but you want to learn from them and grow through them. It's all a part of the process of being human beings and entrepreneurs, and like you're a mother, and it's we're all these different things, and most of them don't come with any specific instruction
handbook, no.
manual for you to
Nope.
follow. So, a lot of us are just here, just figuring it out as we go.
Well,
But
you're
if you
looking
can,
good figuring out.
oh, thank you. Thank you. That warms my heart. Well, all right. I don't see any other questions coming in. So we are going to get ready to wrap at this time. Any parting words, Crystal? Anything that the people just need to know?
Take care of what takes you there. You must take care of it. Many times we neglect the thing that takes us there, that wakes us up. Once we hit that floor, it gets us rolling. You have to take care of what takes you there.
Good one. Good one. I love that. All right, y'all. So we have been on for the better part of an hour. Thank you for hanging out with us. All right, we are getting ready to sign off. So this is, well, let me again thank my special guest, Christal Woodside, for coming
Thank
on
you.
and for sharing with us. That was informative, and thank you for letting us into like the backstage of your world and what life is like for you. So I do wish you so much success in your future. I do pray that you would just,
Likewise.
thank you, continue to
Likewise.
grow from strength to strength, and continue to do well, reach for the stars,
Thank
uh,
you. I'm
and
sure this
all
is
of
not going
that.
to be the last one for sure. So you
Oh
guys
yes,
want
we're
to
always
see.
looking for.
Yeah.
We like to have guests. We like to have guests. It's nice to have someone to ping pong back and forth with.
Yes.
All right. So, everyone, this is Dr. Felicia signing off, making the world healthier one woman at a time. Hope to see you back here next week. Same time, same stations, 7 p.m. Eastern, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. Bye.
See you.